It's Mason from UPW Capital. Please take note of the risk disclaimer. We are on the Bitcoin chart and this is the 4-hourly. If you look at my previous YouTube short, I'll leave the video link in the description box. I mentioned something about the 25,000 level. So on YouTube shorts, everything is very quick. So explaining is slightly more challenging. At least with this video, I can explain things in much more detail. As you can see, price pushes into this 25,000 level or 25,200 level. So it's approximate, fine. And then it moves away. So we can call this a type of support level. So my prediction was price may get attracted to this support level, which will become resistance. And then price will push into 25,000. And then it could actually move lower, or we could actually continue moving higher. So the price action will tell us where it's going. The reason why I'm doing this video, I'm going to show you the trade that I took. So I found an opportunity. If you go to let's just look at the 1 hour chart. I think it's more visible. Yes, it's visible here. Now, before I continue the video, whatever I'm going to show you now, they call it SMC, they call it institutional concepts. People will sell you anything today. They'll call this concept, which I'm going to show you, Ray Dalio's concept. They might tell you it's Jim Simmons' concept, it's UBS's concept, etc., etc. So let me show you what I have done. So price pushed into this level, right? And it moved lower. It pushed into this level again. It moved lower. And then price pushed again, and this is where I took my trade, and then it went lower. So how I managed to capitalize on this trade, I went onto the 15-minute chart. Look left and you get your clues from your left-hand side. You can see price also did something similar. Got rejected multiple times in this area, and then it pushed lower. So this is how you can capitalize on small movements in the market without calling it fancy concepts, liquidity, or whatever they call it these days. So I want to show you exactly. I saw this small retracement move right here. And then I told myself, okay, let me enter. So I entered right around here. An aggressive entry, right? I never use candlestick patterns, but I used this as a clue. And then I also used the structure on the left, which I discussed with you, right? And then generally, okay, not generally, all the time, I use a stop loss of 1 ATR. So I used this candle right here, and then I call it 1 ATR. It's a free indicator, average to range. I use that value and I set a stop loss. You can see I never even get tapped out. So my bet, or the bet, went in my favor. Now, there wasn't glory in this trade. So just recently I had to shift my stop loss to break even. I'm going to show you what happened in this trade. All right, let me move lower. Guys, I had my stop loss. Oh, sorry, I actually had my take profit right here. Let me show you how I set the take profit. 1 hour chart. You shift the charts to the left side. Right, if you look at price, you can see there's multiple rejections. Call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where I set my stop loss, and unfortunately, I set my stop loss right here. Sorry, take profit. I set my take profit right here, and unfortunately, my take profit was not hit. So I shifted my stop loss to break even, and you can see I came out with a small profit. So around here, I got knocked out. Right, so this is where I set my take profit. You can see there's multiple rejections at this level. It's a very small trade. I wasn't looking for anything fancy. I wasn't looking for move all the way down or even going less than 20,000. Right, so that's where I set my take profit. So I made it easy for myself. I'm not going to call it institutional trading concepts. I will call it actually using structure. using the left hand side as a trade. So I saw as I mentioned, price rejected. You can see there's a rejection or wick. Then it pushed lower. I was anticipating the same thing. It's a bet. Could have the trade went against me? Of course, I had a stop loss. Anything's possible. No trader in this world dictates where this market goes. It doesn't matter, irrespective of the strategy, irrespective of the concept. You can see we now reached this level around 22,711 and we're now pushing higher. So now I'm actually predicting the price may go to that 25,000 I've mentioned. Now, if you look at my previous YouTube short, I just mentioned, I'll leave it in the description box. I actually wanted price to come to this level right here. And then I anticipated from this level right here, it will go to the 25,000 level. You'll see it in the video and then you can believe it for yourself. Now, what was really disappointing in this trade, I never get filled here. My take profit actually wasn't hit. So this is the challenge I had in the trade. I still can't believe why never close right here. So that's part of the market and it happens. It's a very common thing. Oh, maybe maybe in the next trade, I can set an alert. Set an alert probably around here. And have one of the apps like my FX, I believe it's my FX book. You can let it give you a signal rather than an alert. It tells you when prices are around this level. And maybe you can go and analyze the trade and go and close the trade if you see any liquidity. Or you look at this candle right here, quite a large candle. So I believe my take profit never get filled around this level because of this candle. If you look at it, it's quite big. It's a big candle, and then we have this rejection part right here. Right, so that's how I tackled Bitcoin. Now, going forward, let's see if you can make more predictions. Let's use the 4-hour chart. As I mentioned, 25K. So if we break out from this level right here, we may go to the 25K. Or we could have more rejection right here at the current level and price could push lower. Let's look at let's see what we can pick up on the 15-minute chart. We are currently getting a type of rejection bar. So this could actually be another entry. So we could say price reaches this area here. We could actually take this trade with the expectation or bet. Use the word BET, bet. Sometimes it's not clear in audio. So this helps me detach myself from the outcome of the trade. So bet means it's a general gambling term. Either it can go in your way or it might not go in your way. So it's a bet. You can Google the definition. That's how I see it. So we've got this rejection bar right here. This could be another entry. As I mentioned, again, no fancy concepts. I'm using the previous market structure to trade. Don't worry, I'm not going to sell you anything. I won't even call this concept God's trading concepts or whatever. But study your charts and you'll see even on the higher time frames, price tends to repeat the pattern. Comes into this area or level, moves away, and that's how you try and capitalize on this move. That's how I also try and capitalize, but unfortunately I never get hit. So it's all part of the journey. It's not straightforward. We learn and we can, as I mentioned, it could be another opportunity. So if you like this video and you found it supportive, you share it with your friends and your family. We've come to the end of the video. Until the next video, Bye.